Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Let's Play of Portal 2. So last time we left off, we were escaping the facility. And part of that was cutting off GLaDOS's supply of various things that could kill us. And if you hear barking in the background, that is my dog. He's being an asshole. I hope I'm in the right. I hope I chose the right thing. Yeah, this is definitely where I'm supposed to be. Wait, what? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh. Okay, at least that explains things. GLaDOS emergency shutdown and cake dispensary. You know how you can tell something is an obvious trap?
I honestly, truly didn't think you'd fall for that. In fact, I devised a much more elaborate trap further ahead for when you got through this easy one. If I'd known you let yourself get captured this easily, I would have just dangled a turkey leg on a rope from the ceiling. Well, it was nice catching up. Let's get to business. I hope you brought something stronger than a portal gun this time. Otherwise, I'm afraid you're about to become the immediate past president of the Being Alive Club. Uh-huh. Seriously, though. Goodbye.
It's my big chance. This is trouble. Not again. Here comes trouble. Locked and loaded. Oh, the same.
Oh, you were busy back there. Well, I suppose we could just sit in this room and glare at each other until somebody drops dead. But I have a better idea. It's your old friend, deadly neurotoxin. If I were you, I'd take a deep breath and hold it.
Hey, Whitley.
Hello.
I hate you so much.
Warning, Central Core is 80% corrupt.
That's funny. I don't feel corrupt. In fact, I feel pretty good.
Alternate core detected.
Oh, that's me they're talking about.
To initiate a core transfer, please deposit substitute core in receptacle.
Torch.
Substitute core accepted. Substitute core, are you ready to start the procedure?
Yes.
Corrupted core, are you ready to start the procedure?
No.
Oh, yes she is.
No.
Stalemate detected. Transfer procedure cannot continue.
Yes.
Pull me out.
Unless a stalemate associate is present to press the stalemate resolution button.
Pull me out. Leave me in. Don't press it.
Don't do it.
Yes.
Not so fast. Think about this. You need to be a trained stalemate associate.
Stalemate resolved.
Alright.
Here we go. Wait, what if this hurts? What if this really hurts? Oh, I didn't think of that.
Oh, it will. Believe me, it will.
Are you just saying that, or is it really gonna hurt? You're just saying that, aren't you? No, you're not. It is gonna hurt, isn't it? Exactly how painful is Ah!
No. Stop. No.
Alright, well, that's the end of that.
Whoa! Check me out, partner. We did it. I'm in control of the whole facility now. Whoa! Would you look at this? Not too bad, eh? Giant robot, massive. It's not just me right here.
Did I ever turn subtitles on? No, I didn't. I keep forgetting to do that. Let's see. What the hell? Huh. I'll deal with it
I
later.
am bloody massive, aren't I? Oh, right, yeah, the escape lift. I'll call it now. There we go. Lift cool. Look how small you are down there. I tell you, I knew it was going to be cool to be in charge of everything. But, wow, this is cool. And check this out. I'm a bloody genius now.
Estás usando este software de traducción de forma incorrecta. Por favor, consulte el manual.
I don't even know what I just said, but I can find out.
By the way, what he
no,
just
yes,
said
sorry.
roughly translates
This body's
into,
amazing, seriously.
you are using this
How
software
small you
incorrectly.
are.
Please contact your supervisor, if I remember roughly. So you know why GLaDOS is such a megalomaniac?
Why do we have to leave right
Yeah,
here?
apparently it's a something. It's
any
not even.
idea how good
It's
this-
something.
I did
in-
this. Tiny little Whitley did
Yeah, and I
this.
helped.
You didn't do anything. She did all the work.
Where are you?
Oh, really? That's what the two of
No.
you think, is it? Well, maybe it's time I did something then.
What are you doing? No. No. No.
And don't think I'm not onto you too, lady. You know what you are? Selfish.
I'm sorry.
I've done nothing but sacrifice to get us here. And what have you sacrificed?
I don't know. My sanity.
Zero. All you've done is boss me around. Well, now who's the boss?
I don't know.
Who's the boss? It's me.
Are you even?
Ah!
Potatoes.
See that? That is a potato battery. It's a toy for children. And now she lives in it. Sorry, what?
The engineers tried everything to make me behave, to slow me down. Once, they even attached an intelligence dampening sphere on me. It clung to my brain like a tumor, generating an endless stream of terrible ideas.
No, not listening, not listening.
It was your voice.
No, you're lying, you're lying.
You're the tumor. You're not just a regular moron. You're designed to be a moron.
I am not a moron!
Yes, you are. You're a moron they built to make me an idiot.
Well, how about now? Now who's a moron? Could a moron hunt you into this pit? Ah! Could a moron do that?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Moron could do that. Moron could definitely do that. There's gonna be this stuff. And my dog is still barking.
Oh, hi. So, how are you holding up? Because I'm a potato.
Where is she? Oh.
Oh, good. My slow clap processor made it into this thing. So we have that. Since it doesn't look like we're going anywhere, well, we are going somewhere alarmingly fast.
Yeah, we've
actually.
probably already reached terminal velocity by now.
Here's a couple of facts. He's not just a regular moron. He's the product of the greatest minds of a generation, working together with the express purpose of building the dumbest moron who ever lived.
Yeah.
And you just put him in charge of the entire facility. Good, that's something. Hey, just in case this pit isn't actually
It's
bottomless,
trust.
do you think maybe you could unstrap one of those long fall boots of yours and shove
Nope.
me into it? Just remember to land on one foot.
But yeah, we're falling pretty fast, but I guarantee you we already probably hit terminal velocity long before. Not about maybe 20 minutes into the free fall. Terminal, you believe it or not, you reach terminal velocity relatively quickly, especially if you know depending on how fast you're going. And we started out in free fall, so we probably reached it way before we even started talking. Here's a bird. So, welcome to the bowels of the Aperture Science facility. It is a place of ill repair, and probably filled to the brim with asbestos considering the year this was made. Like, I'm not even kidding you with how much asbestos is probably in this place. No. Like, these walls are probably covered in it. Hope Shell doesn't mind getting mesothelioma and lung cancer. So yeah, this place is basically like what you would expect any place that's sort of under disrepair. I don't know how that's still burning, but who knows? I guess we're supposed to go down here. Condemned testing area. Yeah, it's definitely condemned. These later parts of the game are probably one of my favorite because they're an interesting look at how weird Aperture Science was. Like, Aperture Science is like what would happen if you took really, really dumb futuristic sciencey stuff from like the 1960s, 50s, and 30s and stuff. Like the early Cold, like basically what you would imagine people who during the Cold War, like not even actual scientists, I mean like the average public person, like you and me. Well, not me, okay, like average person who doesn't know much about science. That's... Okay, we're in. But yeah, Aperture Science is sort of like what you would imagine, like, really kooky mad scientist crap would be like. Like, a lot of it's not really science, at least as far as how anyone with a degree in any field of science would call it. Which I guess works. Aperture Science, like I said, Aperture Science is a weird group of people. And its creator, Cave Johnson, played by the illustrious, forget what his name. The last movie I saw him in, he was in Zootopia. He also played James Jonah Jameson in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man films. I know way too much about weird stuff like that. I mean, it's not weird to me, because I'm a nerd. Like a nerd of the highest caliber of nerddom. Which makes a lot of people find it weird that I've actually had a girlfriend. But then again, I'm one of those people who doesn't care much for dating. But love her. Oh.
Welcome, gentlemen, to Aperture Science. Astronauts, war heroes, Olympians, you're here because we want the best. And you are it. So, who is ready to make some science?
I am.
Now, you already met one another on the limo ride over, so let me introduce myself. I'm Cave Johnson. I own the place. That eager voice you heard is the lovely Carolyn, my assistant. Rest assured, she has transferred your honorarium to the charitable organization of your choice. Isn't that right, Carolyn?
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson.
She's the backbone of this facility. Pretty as a postcard, too. Sorry, fellas. She's married. To science.
Okay, time to make this jump. Physics!
There's 1,000 tests performed every day here in our enrichment spheres. I can't personally oversee every one of them, so these pre-recorded messages will cover any questions you might have and respond to any incidents that may occur in the course of your science adventure. Your test assignment will vary depending on the manner in which you have bent the world to your will. Those of you helping us test the repulsion gel today, just follow the blue line on the floor. Those of you who volunteered to be injected with praying mantis DNA, I've got some good news and some bad news. Bad news is we're postponing those tests indefinitely. Good news is we've got a much better test
Fighting
for
an-
you. Fighting an army of mantis men. Pick up a rifle and follow the yellow line. You'll know when the test starts.
Okay, so here is the creator of Aperture Science, Cave Johnson. Probably one of my favorite characters in the entire Portal / Half-Life series. And like I said, he's a bit of a fruitcake. Okay, nut. Anyway, and I really love the Mantisman joke, because it's such a weird thing. Like, think of it this way. They said, pick up a rifle and follow the blue line. You'll know when the test starts. Now, what does that imply, you might ask? Oh, I'll tell you what it implies. That means that that these guys probably were like, I don't know. At best, they were probably just like, okay, cool. And the Mantismen, here's a bit of a joke for that. I guess it wouldn't count as a joke, more of a look at how bad things are for people. So when you think, so when I mean, so the Mantisman joke is in the sense that he said pick up a rifle and follow the yellow line. You'll know when the test starts. What he means by that is basically when you pick up a rifle, wait until one of you gets eviscerated by a giant praying mantis guy. All right, so the first new introduction of the Portal games, another new introduction from the second Portal games, is the introduction of the gels. Now, what are the gels? The gels are basically like different gels that do different things for like different puzzles. The first gel we come across, the propulsion gel, as its name implies, makes you go faster. So fast, in fact, that you can it can be used to increase your momentum for puzzles. Do much greater things and all sorts of other cool stuff.
They say great science is built on the shoulders of giants. Not here. At Aperture, we do all our science from scratch. No hand-holding.
I don't think Cave understood what that term meant, actually. Usually when people say, all great discoveries are built on the shoulder of giants, what they mean is we build upon the ideas of other great men and women who have done most of their work.
All right, let's get started. This first test involves something the lab boys call repulsion gel. You're not part of the control group, by the way. You get the gel. Last poor son of a gun got blue paint. All joking aside, that did happen. Broke every bone in his legs. Tragic. But
Oh, wait.
or so I'm told.
Oh, no, wait. Propulsion gel is the jumping ones. I was confusing it for another thing. No box. Oh, okay. So Aperture Science continues its love of having boxes. Although I have to wonder why anyone would do this test, because it looks like it would probably break your legs doing it.
The lab boys just informed me that I should not have mentioned the control group. They're telling me I ought to stop making these pre-recorded messages. That gave me an idea. Make more pre-recorded messages. I pay the bills here. I can talk about the control group all damn day.
I pay the bills here. I don't know, man. I mean, I guess you run the place, but
For this next test, we put nanoparticles in the gel. In layman's terms, that's a billion little gizmos that are going to travel into your bloodstream and pump experimental genes and RNA molecules and so forth into your tumors. Now, maybe you don't have any tumors. Well, don't worry. If you sat on a folding chair in the lobby and weren't wearing lead underpants, we took care
if you sat on a folding chair in the lobby and weren't wearing lead underpants, we took care of that too. What is that? That implies that that's. So what kind of radiation are they using that if you sat on a folding chair in the lobby, you are in fact you have some form of tumor? That's why I love this series. It's some of the dumb things that it does. Because dude just admitted to giving people tumors. Bang! Oh, nope. Shite. Bam! Bangarang. This is why I love Portal so much. I kind of wished I had a VR headset and Portal had a VR program. I mean, it'd probably make you sick as all hell. Like, I guarantee you would probably get motion sickness from this game if you were to play it in VR. But it would be such an interesting little concept.
Oh, in case you got covered in that repulsion gel, here's some advice the lab boys gave me. Do not get covered in the repulsion gel. We haven't entirely nailed down what element it is yet, but I'll tell you this, it's a lively one, and it does not like the human skeleton.
It's a lively one, and it does not like the human skeleton. Oh, Lord have mercy. That's why I like these later parts of this game. And I guess this is like the second or third act of the game.
All these science spheres are made of asbestos,
Called it!
by the way. Keeps out the rats. Let us know if you feel a shortness of breath, a persistent dry cough, or your heart stopping, because that's not part of the test. That's asbestos. Good news is the lab boys say the symptoms of asbestos poisoning show a median latency of 44.6 years. So if you're 30 or older, you're laughing. Worst case scenario, you miss out on a few rounds of canasta. Plus, you forwarded the cause of science by 3 centuries. I punch those numbers into my calculator, it makes a happy face.
So yeah, my joke about this place being covered in asbestos is correct. Don't you just love it when you're right about weirdly innocuous stuff like asbestos poisoning? Oh, because I do. No, I don't. I don't like the idea of it.
I like your style. You make up your own rules, just like me. Bean Counter said I couldn't fire a man just for being in a wheelchair. Did it anyway. Ramps are expensive.
Hey, frickin' hell. So we gotta cover some of these parts of this area with some propulsion gel. The only annoying thing, it comes out at a trip's pace. Yeah, occasionally you mess up at the physics puzzles. And you have to try it again. Okie dokie.
Just a heads up, that coffee we gave you earlier had fluorescent calcium in it so we can track the neuronal activity in your brain. There's a slight chance the calcium could harden and vitrify your frontal lobe. Anyway, don't stress yourself thinking about it. I'm serious. Visualizing the scenario while under stress actually triggers the reaction.
Oh God, Gabe Johnson, he's like an example of everything you don't want in a scientist.
Now, if you're part of control group Kepler-7, we implanted a tiny microchip about the size of a postcard into your skull. Most likely you've forgotten it's even there. But if it starts vibrating and beeping during this next test, let us know. Because that means it's about to hit 500 degrees, so we're going to need to go ahead and get that out of you pretty fast.
Huh? Oh. Okie.
I'm telling them, keep your pants on. All right, this next test may involve trace amounts of time travel. So, word of advice, if you meet yourself on the testing track, don't make eye contact. Lab boys tell me that'll wipe out time. Entirely. Forward and backward. So, do both of yourselves a favor and just let that handsome devil go about his business.
I really want to know what the hell this guy smokes half the time. I mean, I know what he doesn't smoke, and it's probably not weed. I believe I have done this incorrectly, but we'll see in a few minutes. Oh yeah. I gotta test something real quick. Oh, okay. That's what I was supposed to do. Okay. Where are we going now? Assuming it's this way. I could be wrong. I'm not even 90% sure. Oh, okay.
If you're hearing this, it means you're taking a long time on the catwalks between tests. The lab boys say that might be a fear reaction. I'm no psychiatrist, but coming from a bunch of eggheads who wouldn't recognize the thrill of danger if it walked up and snapped their little pink bras, that sounds like projection. They didn't fly into space, storm a beach, or bring back the gold. No, sir, we did. It's you and me against the world, son. I like your grit. Hustle could use some work, though. Now let's solve this thing.
I like your grit. Also could use some work, though. Cave Johnson. I think this would be a good enough place to end, so I'll see you guys next time.